No,
and
it's
that's the part I didn't understand.
Because
You know,
they're paying taxes to Mass Development.
development, yeah.
But-
Shirley gets nothing out of it, but it starts development in that area, and that's about it. So they were talking May, June, they don't want to wait till September, because they have someone that they want to, that wants to.
In terms of what happened with town meeting last May with zoning and planning, we had, I think, 2 positive opportunities for the town in the creation of the benefits. And you'll see that the ambulance, replace of ambulance number 2, recommended by the capital planning committee, was $225,000. And the fire chief, in his email to the town accountant and I, is requesting that be bumped from $225,000 to $250,000, a $25,000 increase for the purposes of equipping the ambulance. Now, in the issue of full disclosure, that request came today, did not go before the capital planning committee.
it's the first I've heard of it.
Yeah, and I know that the chief is here. Other than that, what you have before you is the capital plan as approved and recommended by the capital planning committee, which met in a series of meetings. I think that the capital plan here represents, again, significant commitment and progress to the infrastructure, equipment, and facilities to the town. One of the things that the committee will be working on, the Parks and Recreation, the Parks Department did come before the committee with a request for $250,000. Was it $250,000?
Yeah, I believe so.
Dollars.
Problem with me, so.
It is a rainy day fund and it's raining.
We gonna make a recommendation?
Yes, under stormwater,
Yep.
since we're probably going to eliminate that enterprise fund because we're not setting up any fee structure.
Right.
At first, I thought that, it should be a borrow because it's an enterprise fund and it can't really afford to pay for it.
Right.
But I'm thinking maybe this is one of the items that we should add as a pay through free cash because we know it's going to go away and in general fund will end up absorbing the debt anyway.
Did she say free cash?
It's only 50,000, she doesn't mind.
It's just a recommendation.
I agree with your recommendation. Lisa.
Yeah.
I know you would.
Just keep in mind, we're about the only town around that has free cash, so we would be thankful.
As well as town council, has recommended that the warrant article isn't needed, and that would be my recommendation. But from that, and just to summarize, on town meeting on May 12th of 2014, $28,864.35 into the PRIT, which stands for the Pensions Reserve Investment Trust. That passed on May 12th. Presidential candidate of 2000 referred to putting Social Security in a, quote, locked box, if you will. In essence, that's sort of at least the concept, regardless of what your opinion is of OPEB and so forth. And that's not a reflection on anybody, it's to protect the trust moving forward, as we can see, is a considerable fund.
Nothing
And
personal taken, don't worry about it.
And then the third point is the vehicle that they're in now is at about a 2% interest. So the PRIT has outperformed most vehicles if you use the October starting date. If you use the July starting date, it's actually a little less because there was some tough months in there. So, of town meeting, which is to have the funds formally and officially put into the PRIT, have the trust, SRBT, which at that time, they would review our application and act upon it.
13 months after it was approved at town meeting. Just throwing that out there.
And Mr. Johnston to attend as well. I should,
Designate.
through the chair,
Oh, okay.
designate whatever you decide for FY16.
Whatever funds Lisa wants to put in there.
Lisa.
To control and invest these funds back in the treasurer's office.
Through the chair, initially, and this stuff is very, the treasurer is the custodian of the funds, but the Article 30 has directed that custodian
Yep.
specifically
Right.
to deposit this into the,
From this. Or is that inclusive of this.
Yeah, through the chair, this motion in vote is legally, page 4,
Yep.
Article 5, Trustees, Section 5.1.
Yep.
The trust shall be administered by a Board of Trustees consisting of 5 members who shall include the town accountant, town treasurer, 1 member of the Board of Selectmen, and 2 individuals appointed by the Board of Selectmen as an ex officio member of the Board of Trustees, or if so appointed by the Board of Selectmen as of weeks before June 11th.
I was going to ask that. Do we have to have the town treasurer on there as one of the?
Yes. The town treasurer, the town accountant, and a member of the Board of Selectmen are, if you...
I know, I might have
That's
to-
true, that's true, it's running against the
Mr.
ghost.
Chairman,
So-
I would recommend, in addition to the treasurer, per the Board of
Well, I think we
Selectmen,
just decided
And-
on
We
if
just
we,
decided.
okay, and I would
Chief
recommend,
Pedrazi.
and for the other 2, one of them I would respectfully
Oh, that's a lot.
recommend, I would only based on the fact of his experience previously as the
Town
treasurer of
clerk.
Shirley, and, no, you
What's the name of the trustees?
no.
Well, we can establish it, and we
Yeah.
know the first 3, and then we can
All right,
figure out.
so Selectman
the two.
Livingston has agreed to do it for the board. So we've
Okay, the
established
town
that.
treasurer, the town accountant,
So there-
To make withdrawals and investments and enter into such agreements and deliver such certificates and other documents as SRBTF.
I mean, just for Selectman Livingston, we know that's authorized, so I'll make a motion that that we have 3 right now.
Yeah.
Accountant, treasurer.
But that's,
Okay, she's, all right.
Selectman Livingston?
so then you have